In 633 CE, the Sassanid Persian Empire set what should have been a perfect trap. 2 armies, 2 generals, 1 target, Khalid ibn al-Walid. On paper, there was no escape. But Khalid didn't just survive the trap. He knew about it before it was even sprung. This is not just a story about a battle. This is a story about information, trust, and the invisible network that changed the course of history. Before a single sword was raised at Walaja, Khalid already knew what the Persians were planning. He knew General Andazaghar would attack from the front. He knew General Barman was marching from another direction. He knew their timing. He even knew the size of both armies. In a world without satellites, without radios, without any modern communication, how was this possible? Khalid had spent months building something more valuable than any weapon: a human intelligence network. Scouts who moved like merchants, local Arab tribes with no loyalty to Persia, captured messengers. Every piece of intelligence was verified, cross-checked, and acted upon. This was not luck. This was deliberate, patient, disciplined work, the kind that happens long before any battle begins. These were real people taking real risks. A scout memorizing troop numbers while pretending to sell goods. A tribal elder sending his fastest rider through the desert at night. A captured messenger deciding whether to speak. Every link in that chain was a human being making a choice. Their courage made Walaja possible before the first soldier ever marched.
When Khalid received the intelligence about the Persian 2-army plan, he faced a leadership moment that defines great commanders. The information told him he was outnumbered and about to be surrounded. A fearful leader retreats. An arrogant leader ignores the danger. Khalid did something harder. He trusted his information, trusted his men, and made a calculated decision to turn the enemy's plan against them. He divided 4,000 of his best cavalry into 2 hidden groups on the ridges flanking the battlefield. His remaining force would engage Andazaghar in the center, but their job was not to win. Their job was to pretend to lose. A controlled retreat, a deliberate deception. Every soldier in that center line had to trust their commander completely, because retreating in battle looks identical to breaking, and breaking means death. This is what separated Khalid from every ordinary general. He didn't just have a plan. He had soldiers who believed in him enough to walk into danger on purpose.
Dawn came over the plains of Walaja. Khalid's center engaged Andazaghar's army, and then began pulling back. To the Persians, it looked like victory. Their heavy infantry pushed forward, confident, aggressive, their lines stretching across the plain. Persian soldiers, many of them provincial men far from home, hoping this battle meant survival, promotion, return, ran forward into what they believed was triumph. They had no idea. At the moment Andazaghar's lines were most stretched, most exposed, most committed, Khalid raised his signal. From both ridges, 4,000 cavalry exploded into the Persian flanks. The center turned and counterattacked. In minutes, an army confident of victory was surrounded, shattered, and destroyed. Andazaghar was killed. Barman arrived, saw the wreckage, and withdrew. Walaja was won by intelligence before it was won by swords. Khalid's soldiers carried out a feigned retreat, one of the most psychologically difficult maneuvers in warfare, because they believed in their commander completely. The Persian soldiers who died that day were not cowards or fools. They were victims of an information gap their commanders never closed. Walaja did not end the Sassanid Empire in a day, but it cracked it. The road into Mesopotamia opened. Cities fell. An empire that had stood for 4 centuries began fracturing under the weight of defeats it never understood. All because one commander invested in people. Not just warriors, but scouts, allies, and ordinary men and women who trusted him enough to tell him the truth. History is not made by kings alone. It is made by every person who chose at the right moment to act.
We uncover the untold stories. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.